raider881@gmail.com. That is raider881@gmail.com.
Up in a tree, they won't eat you all up. Every last drop.
Hi, this is Jeremy from Giant Toy Guns, and you're listening to the Raider 88.1.
Good morning, Texas Tech. It is Friday, February 17th, 2017. I got my coffee. I got my friends. My name is Brian Jimenez.
My name is Andy. Oh, shit.
Wait for me to introduce you.
Brian,
You're going to have to wait, Mr. Koke.
I'm just so used to that.
Anyway, hope everyone is having a lovely morning this day. Let's start off with sports. Brandon Medina, got you on the sports update. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, doing good. Also on the sports update, we got Mr. Andrew Marks.
Good morning.
In the building as well. On music news, we have Mr. Andy Koke.
Hello.
Yeah, now you can talk.
Now you can.
Hello, you guys. This is my first time doing this.
I do this playfully. I'm not actually mad at Koke. No one give me any hateful comments.
I'm sorry, Brian.
And of course, on news, we have the wonderful and feisty Haylee Uptergrove returning with her presence. Hello,
Good
Haylee.
morning.
How was
Hello.
College Station? I apologize.
Oh.
It was. They have some donuts there that were pretty delicious.
They have
and
some donuts
tacos.
there?
I'm just
Is that
saying,
the only
there's a
thing
few
that
things
the
there
whole
that are
city has
pretty
going for it?
delicious.
Or
Some
Well,
nice
they
donuts.
weren't that bad.
I actually had Chipotle for the first time in my life in College Station.
is that so?
So I thought they were like the inventors of Chipotle.
They do have Fuego. They're the inventors of Fuego.
Like,
Y'all ever
is
had
that a
Fuego?
place or like the actual
Like the fire?
No.
Okay.
No. That's the taco place.
Okay,
Fuego.
I was just making sure we're on the same page there.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
that's
but,
cool.
but at a later date, I realized that Chipotle did not get founded in College
Did
Station.
not,
so
in fact.
yeah,
found
so
Maggie
Well, that's
You know,
good.
the
We don't want them to
Aggies-
have any claim to
the
fame. for
Aggies
anything.
don't have any claim to fame. Yeah.
the Fuego tacos are great. I'm just saying.
Well, ladies and gents, we have a jam-packed show for you today. So whether you're joining us in the car on 88.1, listening on KTXT-FM.org, the TuneIn app, or you're watching on the Facebook live stream, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's going to be fun. Let's go ahead and find out what is in the news today. Haley?
Thanks so much, Brian. Good morning, Texas Tech. I'm Haylee, and this is your KTXT News Update. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is defending the detention of an alleged domestic abuse victim in El Paso by revealing the woman is a previously deported felon with at least 8 convictions. Nonetheless, critics say last week's arrest of the undocumented transgender woman as she left an El Paso courthouse could deter immigrants from reporting crimes in the future. Immigration experts also claim that if ICE received a tip from the woman's alleged attacker, that could be a violation of the federal law that protects undocumented women who report domestic abuse. Not everyone is happy with Harris County's new pre-charge diversion program for casual pot smokers. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick says the program will make Houston a sanctuary city for low-level drug crimes. The plan by District Attorney Kim Ogg would allow most offenders arrested with a small amount of marijuana to take a drug education class in lieu of criminal charges. The offender would keep a clean record, and the county could save up to $25 million a year. There is no emoji for the Texas flag, and now a state lawmaker wants Texans to stop using the Chilean flag as a substitute. Republican State Representative Tom Oliverson of Cypress yesterday introduced House Concurrent Resolution 75, urging his fellow citizens to refrain from employing the strikingly similar Chilean flag emoji as a substitute for the Lone Star flag, used by Texas since 1838 when the state was an independent republic. Oliverson says both flags are significant to their respective cultures, but the Chilean flag does not represent the state of Texas. And finally, one of the more festive places to be this weekend is Galveston Island, celebrating its 106th Mardi Gras. About 300,000 revelers are expected between today and Fat Tuesday. The 2-week celebration is billed as the third largest of its kind in the nation. One of tonight's kickoff events is the funky Uptown Umbrella Brigade Parade. Try saying that 3 times fast, with 4,000 participants. That does it for your KTXT News Update. I'll be back at the half hour with more news for you, but first, here is DG with your weather.
Funky Uptown Umbrella Brigade Parade.
Brigade Parade.
Brigade Parade. I
Yeah.
can't say that fast. I'm still half asleep this Friday morning. Thanks, Haylee. The National Weather Service forecast for Lubbock and vicinity. Sunny today, highs in the low 70s with southwesterly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Clear tonight, lows in the upper 30s with northwesterly winds up to 10 miles per hour. And mostly sunny tomorrow. Should be a good day Saturday. Highs in the lower 70s with some breezy winds expected by tomorrow afternoon. Partly cloudy Saturday night, then mostly cloudy, lows in the upper 40s, and a 30% chance of thunderstorms on Sunday. Currently in Lubbock, a few clouds, 42 degrees. Wind is from the southwest at 12 miles per hour. That's creating a wind chill of 35 degrees. Might want to take a jacket as you head out this morning. But all in all, promises to be a spectacular day. Now back to the guys on Goodfella Friday here on Good Morning Texas Tech on the Raider 88.1.
You know, it's good that spring is finally creeping up a little bit. Slowly but surely, it's getting a little bit more pleasant. I don't totally hate myself when I walk out this morning. It was a little chilly, but I can deal with this. It's not horrible.
I mean, like,
Agree?
winter wasn't really here for that long.
True, but we have had a couple days where it's just kind of unbearable.
Usually winter is like the whole entire like front part of the year is unbearable. So
Yeah.
I kind of feel
It's nothing
cheated a
awful.
little bit.
Really?
Feel a little cheated.
We
feel
didn't get
nice
an
and
actual snow
warm.
day.
Well, we did
Well,
technically.
we weren't
That's fine.
here for it, but it's whatever. I'm not
okay with
totally bummed out about it.
I'm not about the snow and ice. I hate driving on it. It makes me tense. So,
It would make me a little bit
That's not the only
tense,
thing that
too.
makes you tense, Andrew.
yeah.
All this
Oh.
warm weather.
Have you had a
is ma-
conversation about the Cowboys with Andrew, y'all?
Why you gotta be throwing the shade already?
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten
We
into
haven't
the
even got
sports
to the
stuff
sports
yet.
got anything she's already
We
getting
will
into
have
it.
time to get into that, Haley. Now is not the moment. Now we
Football's
need to
over.
discuss the news a little bit.
Okay.
But speaking of news, so what's the Funky Brigade thing going on in Galveston?
The funky Uptown Umbrella Brigade Parade.
Why don't we just call it the Funky Brigade? Like, that's way easier. I could say that 3 times fast. I can't
The
say that
Funky
whole...
Brigade. I can't.
I can't even say it one time
Funky Brigade.
normally.
Brigade.
Brigade.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so...
it's a party.
How
in
long has that been
Galveston.
going on for?
Well, it's starting tonight. The festival itself is 106th. This is their 106th Mardi Gras festival.
I don't know. Galveston
Let's
did
see.
anything for Mardi Gras.
Of course it does.
Clearly.
Mardi Gras is awesome.
Okay.
I would love to be in New Orleans for Mardi Gras. That would make my
Well, that'd be a
whole
dream come
life.
true.
Yeah, that would be super fun. But yeah, they're doing that tonight. It's a big parade that goes on uptown, I guess, not downtown, with 4,000 participants. And this kicks off the 2-week celebration that they're going to have. And it goes all the way until Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday?
Fat Tuesday, that's the big...
You don't know what Fat Tuesday is?
I don't know if Fat Tuesday is.
Neither
that
do I,
bad.
honestly. I don't know what that
Can
is
someone
either.
educate me on the
That's the-
concept
Yeah,
of
I
Fat
don't know what
Tuesday?
that is.
culmination of Mardi Gras.
Is that like where we eat too much and
Yes,
we feel a little fat
because
afterwards?
it's right before Lent, which is Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is making a little more sense. Fat
Yes.
Tuesday. I
Where
can get
people
behind
eat
that.
fish, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like wherever it's a
Pretty
big,
much.
huge party
Fish on Fridays.
right before Ash Wednesday.
Fish on Fridays. Interesting. Okay, what are some of the other headlines we got, Haley?
We have Harris County has a new program that they're going to put in place for pot smokers. That's the way it's called.
Like
That's what it's.
specifically for pot smokers
Yeah,
or just
for-
drug abusers, like in general? or
No,
what's the
this
deal
one's
with that?
specifically for marijuana users. With it doesn't say the exact amount, but it just refers to offenders arrested with a small amount of marijuana.
Probably less than an ounce.
Yeah, are allowed to take
That's
a.
what everyone else is kind of doing with, like, deregulating.
Yeah. So instead of like making it a criminal charge and
Charge it as, like, a
fining
misdemeanor?
them, yeah, they're gonna make them take like a drug education class in lieu of it, and then it won't be on their record. And it's gonna save the county up to $25 million a year, just like in place of having people like in the jail system or like whatever you have to do through it. It's kind of like defensive driving and tickets. You
Yeah.
can take that instead, but you still have to pay. So that's cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, so they're doing that in Harris County. And then I just thought this one was funny that one of our representatives felt it was necessary to introduce like actual whatever it is, a House concurrent resolution in the House for us not using a emoji.
Yeah, it's kind of sad when someone has to literally say, "Hey guys, that's not the Texas flag." Like,
Yeah,
we should
but-
already have that figured out. Apparently we don't, so that's kind of sad.
I mean, yeah, like I think people know it's not the Texas flag. I think but like it looks similar, and so that's what they just use it in place. And I mean,
But it's a whole another place.
I mean,
it's a
yeah,
whole
but
other country. Like,
it's
we should
an
know better than that.
emoji. It's an emoji that goes like on your phone, on social media at most. And I mean, it's kind of uneducated, but
Yeah.
to introduce it into the House of Representatives, like as a movement,
Yeah, like it's not that important. Yeah. Like,
this
is worthy of like maybe a blog post or a ranty
Maybe.
post on
Must have been a
Facebook. Like,
slow
hey
day.
guys, don't use that emoji. That's for Chile, not Texas. Like,
Yeah.
not the House of Representatives. or stuff.
I don't
However, I am down to start a petition if one doesn't already exist to make a Texas flag emoji.
Absolutely.
Because that should definitely be a thing.
It should.
I will admit, and I've needed to use the Texas emoji before, and I've considered the Chilean flag because I was like, it's
So
similar.
you've almost been guilty of this.
I have, but
I would judge
Guilty
you.
is charged easily.
Guilty as charged. You're going to jail.
I don't
How
wanna
dare you.
go
Jail. That's it.
jail.
It's done.
Class B misdemeanor. Pay the fine.
misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor. Emoji jail.
What
don't
would
wanna
be
go to
an emoji jail?
It was
Like, you're just blocked from using
You just couldn't
emojis.
use emojis for like a week, and everybody. Would be
That's
like,
a big deal
I
to
would
some
have
people
no
these
idea
days.
how to communicate my feelings if I didn't have emojis.
It's so bad.
Example A. You know, there would be anarchy. There would be
You should
riots on our
see my
hands.
text messages. Like, they're littered with emojis.
There are like no words in them.
It's like,
all
yeah.
It's like hieroglyphics. We have to kind of decipher what Haley's talking about
Alright,
whenever we're in a
real
group
quickly,
chat.
what's everyone's like most used emoji that you can think of right now?
Ooh, I gotta.
Oh, definitely the thumbs up emoji, just because
The-
I'm lazy.
The
He
thumbs
does
up
that
and
a
the
lot.
fire.
I use the fire emoji every day.
I use
Absolutely.
the
I use
fire
the-
emoji.
You are basically a fire emoji.
I
You are
use
the
the,
representation of a
I'm
fire
just
He's got the
Fire.
turkey
What is
leg
it?
in here or whatever.
No.
the turkey leg.
No, I use the two pink hearts, the one big one, one small one. It's my favorite one. I love that one.
I use
Is that your
the
favorite
little
one?
one that's laughing
Yes,
with like
Brian.
a sweat drop on its face. Like it's like
So y'all a little bit more active with your emojis. I'm just boring, and if someone says something like, I'll just confirm it with a thumbs up, just because I don't want to type out okay.
Brian.
So I'm basically that guy.
you do that a lot.
I do it a lot, more than I should.
You need to be more vibrant with your text messages.
I'll work on that. That'll be my late New Year's resolution is to be, more active with my emoji
Mid-years
use.
resolution, mid-years.
Well, not mid-years. We're only in February.
You can wait like
Quarter year.
Like month in resolution. There
Month
we go.
in resolution.
Best I could come up with. But as much as I would love to talk about emojis for the rest of the hour, let's go ahead and go into a quick music break. Let's start off with Sampha, called False. Don't go anywhere. It's Friday, GMTT, people. Keep it locked to the left. Hello, Facebook. Thanks for sticking with us. So obviously we were just talking about emojis, and since we're on social media with you guys, let us know what your favorite emoji is. Maybe you can comment just an emoji. Give you a shout out over Facebook. Let's see who's watching.
Hey Facebook.
Good to see.
Carla Reyes Medina says that she uses she uses the heart. Brandon, she send you the heart a lot.
Yeah,
Your mama?
absolutely, she does because she's
Oh,
lovely.
Mama
That's
And you send her back the fire.
Send her back to fire, and I said that was a fire heart.
You're like,
Mom.
Mom,
If that
our,
was your mom, I would be like, stop sending me
our
that.
parent to kid relationship is fire.
It's fire, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
That is quite possibly the corniest thing I've
And
heard
then
all
my
week.
dad probably, if he doesn't use emojis, but if he did, I'm sure, being the Hano legend he is, he probably used that little like dancing woman,
Pasión.
the little dancing woman, like
Or like the music notes.
yeah,
Yeah.
he knows what's up.
Context clues, things
Context
that fit
clues
his
that lead
personality.
to exactly.
Okay, see, that's cool. I'm super playing with the emojis, I guess. I don't know. I don't
So
do
what?
that
Okay,
much.
give me 3 emojis you use like at least weekly.
Okay,
Maybe
well
not
let
daily.
me pull it up since this is obviously a controversial
This is
topic
pretty important,
here.
Brian.
Okay, let me just pull up a quick keyboard. I'm gonna go under my frequently used emojis. Okay, so I use the fire one. I use the fist one. I use the middle finger emoji quite often.
Oh, Brian. Brian.
More than I'd like to admit. I'm also frequently using the rock on emoji.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's one of my personal favorites as well. I use the laughing one, where he's like crying.
I use the hang loose one quite often. I really like that they have that.
There's a hang loose one?
Yeah.
I too like to hang loose.
I don't think I've updated.
That's
my
not
phone
one that I
recently
use,
enough.
but that's something I do actually like. Just kind of throw up like a hang loose sign.
Yeah.
IRL. That's
also,
in real life.
I also like that
IRL,
there's
wow.
like
Shut
a
up.
vomiting, not a vomiting, but he looks really sick emoji where his whole body is green.
That's another one I do a lot too without using the emoji. No, I'm kidding.
Let's see. I'm gonna look at mine. So
Let's make a game out of this. Why not?
Yeah.
my top 4 are the eyes where he's looking, and then the one where the smiley face is crying, and then the thumbs up, and then the clapping one.
Okay.
Oh, the clapping one's definitely a go-to.
Gotta
for me
use the
too.
clapping one.
The clapping one.
Got to put that in between words so you know that brings emphasis to what you're saying.
Emphasis.
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 Boy, do not tell me.
I still have the grape emoji in here
Ooh,
from when we were
love
doing
the
the grape
grape.
toss.
Love the grape. We did a grape toss earlier this week. It was fantastic.
Anyways, folks, we got sports on the way momentarily with Brandon and Andrew and the rest of the crew. So stick around for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back in a few. Friday GMTT. Sports up next. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas Tech. It's your man Brandon Big Papi Medina, and it is time for your sports updates. Let's get right into it. Starting with the NBA action, we still have Cleveland at number 1, followed by Boston, Washington, Toronto, Atlanta, Indiana, Chicago, and Detroit in the East. And then in the West, we got Golden State at number 1, followed by the San Antonio Spurs, the Houston Rockets, the Clippers, the Jazz, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the recent Denver Nuggets. In other NBA news, fans will rejoice as Valentine's has passed, and now it is time for the All-Star Weekend. With the Rising Stars Challenge and the Celebrity Game all starting today, tomorrow is the dunk contest, though, 3-point contest, and it should be the skills challenge. And I guess we're going to look at that celebrity kind of like half-point, half-court kind of shot kind of thing going on, and then also the All-Star Game on Sunday, so look out for that. Big weekend for NBA. And MMA, there's 2 huge stories with Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, super fight stories flowing in and out of the media, which we can all talk about. But the biggest news is mixed martial arts legend and the man, the myth, the legend, also George St. Pierre, ex-champion of mixed martial arts in UFC, is back after 3+ years. So let's see where that goes. He just signed a new deal. Should be awesome. In the NFL, though, we have lots of moves needing to be made, especially with the NFL draft coming up. We have the Giants dropping one of their past top wide receivers, one of the best running backs in the game, maybe leaving to a new team, and a now former Texas Tech QB is getting some really good looks in the upcoming draft, so stay tuned for all the NFL talk. Finally, to the end of Sports Update, we have some Texas Tech news, with Texas Tech basketball getting the upset against number 4 Baylor with an 84-78 win. Next up, they got number 9 West Virginia away tomorrow, so definitely check it out. And last but not least, it's baseball season for all you baseball fans. Texas Tech starts to play against Western Illinois University today, so go support that as the game will be starting at 1 o'clock. That's your Sports Update. Let's get into the conversation, man.
All right, welcome back to GMTT. Good stuff there, Brandon. I am Andrew Marks, sports director here at KTXT, and we are talking some sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Where should we start? I think we should start with the NBA All-Star Weekend.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, the game I'm not really interested in. I guess I want to watch because I want to see the beef and the awkwardness of Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant playing together again.
I like how that's something we just kind of look forward to as NBA fans. Like,
Yes.
ooh, I can't wait for that awkward tension between
Yeah.
KD and Westbrook. But
And
you can't look away either.
Steve Kerr has already joked around. I think that he is going to play Westbrook with the 4 people from the Warriors, so you can get a little taste of why Kevin left.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And anyways, but I'm looking forward to Saturday night. I know Brandon is as well. It's, in my opinion, the best part of all the All-Star games. NHL has a good skills competition, but the NBA is must-see TV every year.
It is. It really is.
I think overall they just have the best.
And I don't even
weekend
care
for it.
about the dunk contest. I like watching the skills challenge and the three-point contest more than all of them.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You don't like the
That's-
dunk contest?
Well, I like the dunk contest. I'm just saying I don't think it's the best thing of the
At
weekend.
at times it's very weak. At
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Last year was probably, I'd say, one of the best since like 2000
It's
with Vince
very,
Carter.
very true. That was
So
fantastic.
I mean, it was awesome. And then this year, I don't know if you guys heard, but they're adding a D League dunker. The guy that's like won the All-Star game for the D League like 3 times, and so it's gonna be the first time. Any
That should
D
be
League
very
Derek
player-
Jones Jr. from
Yeah.
the Suns.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
and-
looking forward to that.
The other contestants are Glenn Robinson III, DeAndre Jordan, and Aaron Gordon, who won it.
Oh, yeah.
Came up runner-up last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. Zach Levine's out.
Yeah,
so
Zach Levine
He's
is
got
injured.
hurt.
Disappointment.
But the All-Star game should be exciting, man. You got a stacked Western All-Star team, and in the East Conference now you have Carmelo Anthony moving in there, so LeBron can get a little taste with him since Kevin Love's out. So it makes a lot of there's a lot of little dramatic storylines in this one for sure. Yeah, it should be exciting.
Honestly, out of all the events at the All-Star weekend, I think the All-Star game is my least favorite.
I
out
still
of
watch
all
it.
of them.
I love it.
Because, like, okay, we get it. You're each going to throw up like 200 points because no one's trying. So
The only one who's
there's no
trying out there
thrill in
every
it.
year is Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I really hope
So
that
it's
like
not much to look forward to.
because
honestly.
last year and that was Kobe's last year, right? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so last year, do you guys remember seeing Kobe? Kobe was playing D. Like Kobe was for real playing defense, and that's what I loved watching. And like I know
Well, because
LeBron
he knew he wasn't going to the playoffs, so he might as well try hard on something.
And I knew LeBron was playing a little bit of D too. And that's where it's exciting, where you play like at least like the very minimum, like 50% of D, just so because good offense is only shown by like outlasting like good defense. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it shows how good you are as like an athlete, and so I think it's just exciting to watch.
All right, let's move on from NBA. Let's go ahead and talk to QB, Pat Mahomes.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
What's his
Mahomes.
future looking like?
Well, he
gentlemen?
got invited to the combine, which is on March 1st, the scouting
Nice.
combine in Indianapolis. He's gonna go there. We've watched this kid week by week for the last 3 years here at Texas Tech. We know what he can do, but I think a lot of people think like, oh, he's just another Texas Tech quarterback. I think they're in for quite the surprise at the scouting combine when they see how athletic he is, how smart of a quarterback he is, and how strong his arm is. He's going to turn some heads. Currently, right now, like Mel Kiper, Todd McShay, all those guys from NFL.com don't have him going in the first round. They probably have him in the second. But I think after the scouting combine, if Pat plays like we know he can and performs like we know he can, I think Mahomes is going to be climbing up some draft boards after the combine.
Yeah, we've been looking at it, and Andrew on our show yesterday. I know like the Buffalo Bills are looking at him at number 10.
Yeah.
So that's huge. But then me and Andrew also would love to see him go to like a Houston and start right away, or sit behind a great quarterback like Ben Roethlisberger in Pittsburgh, or even work right next to Carson Palmer in Arizona. So
Yeah, or even like Kansas City. I mean, he can go be back up to Alex Smith for a couple years. Just we want him to go to a team that
has weapons,
and is established and has a good coach and a good foundation.
Yeah.
Praying he avoids teams like the 49ers and Browns and the Bears.
Fingers crossed on that one. But I am hoping he goes to the Texans just because just get Osweiler out of there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude's just not doing it.
In a perfect world, they would find a way to trade Osweiler, sign Romo, and then also draft Pat to be Romo's long-term replacement. I would be a Texans fan if Tony Romo and Pat Mahomes are the quarterbacks in Houston.
Well, it just remains to be
And
seen.
then you're rocking the Giants shirt, man. Your man Victor Cruz is gone, but then you're also getting the talks about Adrian Peterson, my man, maybe heading to your team
Fingers
as well.
crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we get AP.
I think this is something that no one's talking about Pat Mahomes is that he doesn't really have any baggage. Besides his dad getting in trouble, I feel like he really doesn't. So that's something that people need to look at as well.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
I hope Texas Tech gets this win tomorrow, number 9, West Virginia. Let's see what happens, man. I'm excited. They're playing well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after a quick music break. Tim Darcy still waking up. Hopefully you're already awake for us. Stick with us. Don't go anywhere. Friday, GMTT.
Good morning, Lubbock. My name is Andy Koke, and I'm the music director here at KTXT, and here is your music news. Looks like we're all recovering from the Grammys hangover. Last Sunday was the 59th Grammy Awards, and oh, how spectacular it was. Here is a little bit of the rundown. It was an amazing show. Adele surprised all of us by winning the record of the year, album of the year, song of the year, Best Solo Pop Performance, and Best Pop Vocals, beating out people like Beyonce, Drake, and Justin Bieber in those categories. It was a huge night for Chance the Rapper as well, taking home Best New Artist, Best Rap Performance, and Best Rap Album. So it was honestly a fantastic night for him, really proud of him. And finally, with no surprise to me, the legend of David Bowie lives on. David Bowie won 5 awards. Even the passing last year, he's still, breaking down barriers. Best Rock Performance, Best Rock Song with Black Star, Best Alternative Album, Recording Package, and Best Engineered Album in a non-classical category. So congratulations to him. And besides all the wins and losses, there were amazing performances that night by people like Beyonce, A Tribe Called Quest, which featured Busta Rhymes, Consequence, and Anderson .Paak, tributes to George Michael by Adele, and Prince by Bruno Mars did not disappoint. So if you guys want to look that up again, it's definitely well worth it. In other news, the BBC documentary of David Bowie, The Last 5 Years, is set to air on HBO, which was announced yesterday. The documentary shows the last years of David Bowie's career, and the release date has not yet been announced. Also in documentary news, marking the 20th anniversary of the Notorious B.I.G.'s death, a documentary of his life titled Notorious B.I.G. One More Chance is set to be released soon. The director Emmett Malloy commented that the challenge of making a film about one of the most influential artists of my generation is what I live for as a filmmaker. There has yet to be a release date on this documentary. And finally, Bleacher's front member and member of Fun, Jack Antoff, spearheads an operation to reach out to Texas lawmakers to reject a state bathroom bill and another bill that allows teachers to out students to their parents. Antonoff gathers a rather large list of artists and celebrities to help with his cause. People like Bon Iver, Grimes, St. Vincent, Janelle Monáe, Grizzly Bear, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, Churches, Sia, Amy Poehler, and many, many more. Antoff was quoted saying that he is deeply troubled with this in the LGBT community and would like the help of all people in the creative community to take a stand against these against these laws in the state of Texas. So that's all I have for music news. What do you guys think?
Well, thank you, Mr. Koke, on that. We got a lot to discuss here. Mm-hmm. It's actually kind of funny going into it, and I think Andrew already knows what's coming. Me and him were talking trash to each other all week because normally I don't watch much of the Grammys.
Me either.
But one of the categories I was looking forward to was Best Rock Album because 2 of the bands that I really love were in it. Panic at the Disco, their album Death of a Bachelor, and of course Blink-182's California.
Also Weezer, man. Weezer had a great album too.
Weezer, Cage the Elephant, really good bands in that category, obviously. And Andrew's probably the biggest Blink fan out of all of us here. I was super hyped up that Death of a Bachelor was nominated, and him and I were just going back and forth like, no, Blink's going to win. No, Death of a Bachelor's going to win. Just talking trash all week. Right. And when it came down to it, of course, knowing our luck, neither band won it. It went to Cage the Elephant. Tell me I'm pretty. I mean, not surprised, but, it was a competitive category. Right. But I don't know why. I just thought that was funny. I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
But super hyped up about Chance the Rapper taking home, what was it, 3? So it's Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Album, and
Best New Artist.
And Best New Artist. Which
exciting.
he, definitely deserves it, even though New Artist is kind of...
He's been around for a while.
He's been around for a little while.
That's why I know me and Andy were talking about. Me and Andy wanted Anderson .Paak, who's like a new artist too.
Right.
He's like an actually like new artist. But I mean, we get it. It happens. It's his breakout year.
But
so
I mean, it was just undeniable. Coloring Book was just an amazing album. One of the best hip hop albums I've heard in years.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
when Bon Iver won the same in the same category a few years back, I mean, people were like, "Who's this guy?" But he's been around for years, and like he actually got nominated for that category.
It was just that album that brought him to the spotlight.
from one of his very first albums that came out years before his nomination. So I'm just like, I don't get this category sometimes, but yeah.
No, yeah, and I don't know if you guys were watching the Grammys, but I watched like the whole thing, and one thing that like definitely blew my mind. It was cool to see like the mentee beat the mentor when Chance beat out The Life of Pablo and Kanye West for best rap album. That was pretty crazy.
Rihanna and Kanye were all shut out of every single category. They didn't win at all.
Not once.
That's a big deal.
No complaint from me.
For me.
Same, Andrew.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as those categories, I mean, no surprise at all. Chance absolutely deserved it. Just a unique album, great lyricism, great artist, and overall great person.
Does it his own way, and he's getting recognized finally.
And it's a big win for independent music as well.
First rap album to win that was completely free. Yeah,
for
awesome.
sure.
Exactly. Worst performance of the night, though, from what I did see, Metallica, Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga and Metallica
did not
I
work.
heard the mic went out.
Yeah, the mic went out on James
Hetfield.
Hetfield, the first 30 seconds into it, and it was just really awkward.
Super Bowl was better. Good
Super
for her.
Bowl was definitely better. But let us know what you think of the Grammys. For those of you that watched, if you're on Facebook, let us know what your favorite parts of the Grammys were. We're going to go ahead and go into another quick music break. Here comes Molly Birch, her song called Try. But before we do, we got news and weather at the half hour, so don't go anywhere, folks. News and weather.
All right. Good morning, Texas Tech. I'm Haylee, and this is your KTXT half-hour news update. A watchdog group is citing the University of Texas Arlington as a prime example of significant anti-Semitic activity on college campuses. The report from Canary Mission says 24 current or recent UTA students made social media remarks that endorse violence against Jews, Israelis, and supporters of Israel. Most of the students were affiliated with the UTA chapter of Students for Justice in Palestine. Hearing testimony both for and against abortions can be quite an emotional experience in the state capitol, and Republican Senator Charles Schwertner is proof. While trying to silence a pro-choice witness this week at a public hearing, Schwertner shattered a glass table with his gavel. The San Antonio Current reports the Texas Senate's Committee on Health and Human Services was hearing testimony from UT student Maggie Hennessy at the time. While ordering Hennessy to stop talking, the lawmaker from Georgetown hit the glass surface too hard, shattering the table. An attorney for San Antonio School Board member Olga Hernandez says his client is innocent of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Hernandez was arrested yesterday by federal agents. The San Antonio Express News reports that the feds accuse Hernandez of taking trips to Las Vegas, paid for by insurance brokers and consultants seeking school district contracts. And finally, later this month, an 86-year-old man will begin a 1,200-mile walk from Yoakum, Texas to Princeville, Illinois. And more than a few people in Dean Troutman's hometown believe he can do it. The Princeville Journal-Star reports the octogenarian has made previous fundraising treks of 700 and 600 miles. He's hoping to raise over $200,000 for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Troutman will drive to the South Texas town this weekend and then begin the hike back home February 28th. That does it for your KTXT News Update. I'm Haylee. Now here is DG with your weather.
Thanks, Haley. The National Weather Service forecast for Lubbock and vicinity. Sunny today, highs in the low 70s with southwesterly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, lows in the upper 30s. Northwesterly winds up to 10 miles per hour expected. And gorgeous weather expected tomorrow. Mostly sunny Saturday, highs in the low 70s. A bit breezy tomorrow afternoon, expecting northwesterly winds shifting to the southeast later on Saturday. Partly cloudy Saturday night, lows in the upper 40s, and looks like we finally get another shot at some rain on Sunday, a 30% chance of thunderstorms. Currently in Lubbock, a few clouds, 42 degrees. Wind is from the southwest at 12 miles per hour. That's creating a wind chill of 35 degrees. Coming up next, some music here on Good Morning Texas Tech. Here's Try by Molly Birch on the Raider, 88.1.
Hello, Facebook. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. See what people are commenting. Abel Medina says, Happy Friday.
True.
Maria, our practicum student, says, Death of a Bachelor.
Heart.
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 I agree.
That was a great album. Stop it.
Andy Koke
It was
is
pop.
not impressed. Andrew Marks is also not
Andrew Marks
impressed.
is a hater.
It's
is what
For
it is.
once, Brandon and I are on the same
Hey,
page.
the
about
music
something.
director actually has my back on this. That album was more
Oh,
pop
music
than it was
director
rock.
has your back on
Yeah,
something. Ooh.
very true.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, to each their own. So, a lot of good albums coming out.
Hey, right, to each their own. But Panic at the Disco, the
But Panic at the
Next
Disco,
up,
better,
though, let's
man.
keep it going.
What is the name? Brendan Urie?
Brendan Urie.
Yeah, and featuring Panic at the Disco is probably going to be the name from now on.
I mean, realistically, yeah, I can't deny that one. It's basically just Brandon Urie. But cool stuff. Also, notable stuff from the Grammys. What did y'all think? What else y'all like?
About the Grammys?
I didn't watch it, so.
Man, I wish I watched the whole entire thing, but I've only watched snippets. I was kind of sad to see that there wasn't a whole. I don't know. Is there a whole like stream of it that I can just like sit and watch through?
I'm
the whole
sure.
thing?
You
Was
can-
there a host who hosted it?
James Gordon?
Most likely, yeah.
Yes,
For
James
the
Gordon.
Grammys?
Yeah.
Yeah, James Gordon.
James Gordon, yeah, I
Everyone's
thought
favorite
I
British
thought
man.
I thought he did a great job. A lot of
Okay.
people.
He does a great job.
so. I've heard good things.
I feel like he's definitely better than that other British guy that he took over for.
The intro was kind of crazy. He like fell downstairs and stuff.
Good.
And then like it was I don't know. I think he meant
Oh, because that's kind of his thing,
Yeah,
right?
he
like,
meant- he-
everyone's always tripping
he meant
on
it,
a
yeah,
show.
he meant it to be that kind of funny, and it definitely was. Like it just I think it was just like on such a big stage you didn't expect it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was cool.
That's kind of cool. Good stuff. Well, we got Oscars coming up in a few weeks, so I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh, I don't know if I said this last time, but like, I wish there was an Oscars award for people named Oscar. Like, in
I think
different
we've talked
categories.
about that. I don't know if we talked about that last time, but
I really want that so bad.
But anyway, we got spoof news making its return on GMTT, so stick around for that. It's going to get interesting. Don't go anywhere, folks. Friday GMTT. Good morning, Texas Tech. Welcome back to the show. We're bringing back an old tradition started, I want to say last semester when Ricky Cortez was at the driver's seat. A little segment we like to call Spoof News. And for those of you that aren't completely aware of what I'm talking about, basically what I have done is compiled a list of stories that I will read aloud to the rest of the crew here. And based on what I read, each person will guess which stories are fake, which stories are real. Pretty self-explanatory. And feel free to play along if you're watching on the Facebook live stream as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready this morning?
I'm ready.
Are you ready,
Brandon,
Koke?
are you ready?
I'm ready.
Wait,
Daly, are you ready?
Sure. Why
All
not?
right. You guys sound very upbeat about this, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? This first one,
Shall.
of course, we like to talk about walls here on the show, right? So this first headline, 2020 Olympics to feature a wall climb competition. For the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, teams will compete to climb a replica of the soon-to-be-built wall of the U.S.-Mexico border. The Japanese and Hungarian teams are early favorites for the brand new sport that will have its first competition years from now. But Carla Wells, captain of the Mexican team, says the competition is a matter of pride for our country. For Mexico, we have to win the competition to conquer Trump's wall. After all, the bad-mouthing he did to our people. We've already got the best general training program in place for the climbing 40 to 60-foot walls. When the U.S. releases more details on the wall, we will tailor our training strategy more to their design. That's your first news story. Keep that in the back of your minds. Next one. We all know who Kim Jong-un, right? Very controversial human being, to say the least.
Just a smidge.
Turns out Kim Jong-un has more than 10 brothers in hiding. Kim Jong-un still has 10 or more brothers or half-brothers scattered throughout other parts in the world in exile or hiding. Here's a list of their names and last known whereabouts. Kim Jong-jam, last seen in New York. Kim Jong-john, somewhere hidden in Britain. Is that funny, Haylee?
hold it together.
Hold it together, woman.
God,
Kim Jong-juk, never seen but rumored to have coffee stand in a marketplace in Istanbul.
Istanbul.
whatever. Kim Jong-il, the eldest son of course, Kim Jong-il and his 14th wife, who lost favor when she called the late destructor a traitor. Kim Jong-dong, somewhere in L.A., last rumored to be seen. Kim Jong... Haley's just getting a kick out of it.
Haley, just move back from the mic.
This could be a true story. You have no idea. Kim Jong-ding, the last twin of Kim Jong-dun. His whereabouts are unknown. Kim Jong-jin, after his mother's favorite alcohol, ridden with birth defects after alcoholism. Kim Jong-dun, after Don King, not Donald. Kim Jong-jo, Kim Jong-willie, and, of course, Kim Jong-il with one L. Those are his 10 brothers in hiding.
Wait, so
Or
if
are
he has
they?
10 half-brothers, doesn't that make it 5 brothers?
I don't make up the rules.
Is that how it works?
Can you just list off the
We can do the
last
math later
the
on.
last names again? So it's Willie, Dong, and Ding.
Okay, so we got Un, Jam, John, Juke, Il with 2 L's, Dong, Ding, Jin, Don, Joe, Willie, and Il with 1 L.
Sure, Brian. Sure, Brian.
Sure.
Sure, Brian.
That's ill. I like that.
Hey,
ill. It's
could
the
be true.
illest.
Let's move on to our next story, shall we?
That's probably my favorite story.
Story number 3. Bill Cosby pitches new show with cute furry animals. Comedian Bill Cosby is pitched a new show to NBC, the network that scored big on his running show in the early 90s. Since NBC is ignoring my calls, and my agent told me right before he quit that I have a image problem, quote unquote, I thought that the best thing was to show my talents in a new TV show and upgrade my image to what we would use as cute, cuddly animals. Who doesn't love furry animals with big eyes, says Cosby. When asked about his upcoming trial, Cosby admonished the reporter by saying, "No, I don't answer questions like that. You should be ashamed of yourself. I thought you were a responsible journalist." That is story number 3. And lastly, Martial Arts Academy posts how-to video for defending against Trump handshake. A mixed martial arts online magazine has posted a tutorial from a jiu-jitsu academy on how to defend against President Trump's handshakes. Recent meetings with foreign leaders have brought attention to the president's handshake. Videos and analysis of the handshake show that he often pulls forcefully on the hands he is shaking. So a black belt from a mixed martial arts academy posted a lesson for how to defend against the arm drag handshake. I want to share a technique today, says the master. As I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed, I see this video and it hits me. I've got to teach the defense against the Donald Trump handshake, says one of the members of the Relson Gracie Academy de Jiu-Jitsu in the video. Somebody grabs your hand and they pull in. You've seen the awkwardness. Now, I'm not suggesting you do this to the president, of course, but he does say that it could come in handy when needing self-defense. As he grabs really hard and pulls you in, I go with it. I step with the outside foot. I wrap around the elbow. As I do that, I'm going to block his arm from there. I bend the wrist. In the other hand, wraps over the top of the knuckles, and boom! You have what we call the gooseneck. And that is the defense against the infamous Donald Trump handshake. So, let's start off with Haley. You're the news director here, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, which stories are fake? Which stories
sure
are
about
real?
that?
Please give us your verdict.
Oh Lord. I'm gonna go with true.
On.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
In the order of the stories, it's true, true, false, false.
True, true, false, false. Okay.
We have 4
Interesting.
stories?
We have 4 stories. Should I go over the headlines?
Yeah,
just so
go
we
over
have-
the headlines.
Okay, headlines. First story: 2020 Olympics to feature wall climbing competition.
Oh wait, no.
No, you already. No,
No.
done.
You already confidently answered. Second
You
story:
already confidently answered.
Kim Jong-un has more than 10 brothers
Well,
in
Kim
hiding
Jong-willie,
throughout
my
the
boy.
world. Third story: Bill Cosby pitches new show with cute furry animals. And lastly, of course, Martial Arts Academy posts how-to video for defending against Trump handshake.
Okay.
All right, next up, let's go, Brandon. Stories.
I'm feeling
which
lucky.
are fake?
I'm
which
feeling
one
lucky.
are real?
I'm gonna go false, true, false, false.
False, true, false, false.
I think you're trying to play these little games. You're trying to give me one true story. Make
I
me
mean,
feel
I am
lucky.
playing games, but you don't know.
Because Kim Jong-willie, my boy, but I don't know if all the other ones are actual people.
Well, you'll just have to wait and find out. Interesting.
Can I go next?
You can go next.
I'm going to
Who
say
you got?
first 3 are false, last one is true.
Interesting. Okay. Bold statement.
Watch.
Mr. Andy
I'm going to
Koke.
say the first 2 are false and the last 2 are true.
Interesting. Okay. Does anyone else from the other studio want to chime in? Jamie, any thoughts? No thoughts from Jamie. All right, good to hear. Okay.
She was obviously paying attention.
One of you is correct on this, and the rest of you are incorrect. Andrew Marks, you are correct.
Yeah.
The first 3 stories are false. The last one is true. There is a legit how-to video, how to defend against the Donald Trump handshake after many viral videos displaying Donald Trump's iron grasp.
Did you see the Canadian Prime Minister? He basically blocked it.
Yeah, apparently he's got the perfect defense
Yeah,
against
he just
it, so.
held his arm, the arm that he's shaking with, that he pulls people in. The vice. The
vice.
He just holds it hey man, how's it going? So it's more like a steady, solid shake.
It's all about form. It's all about the right form. What gave it away, Andrew?
It's just common sense. Cosby is not going to pitch any show. He just wants to hide until his time on this earth is done, basically.
Okay.
After all that's happened, and
I love animals.
And
As do I.
Willie and Ill and Joe, or all those names that don't even make sense. Like,
What, you didn't think Kim Jong-jo was realistic?
yeah, that's not realistic.
Kim Jong Willie?
And then I
was
watched
perfectly
the Olympics.
realistic.
The Olympics are one of my favorite things ever. I watched the Olympics, and
Okay.
wall climbing would never be a thing.
Well,
Rock climbing
Rock
is a
climbing
thing.
would be.
Yeah, but wall climbing, no.
Yeah.
I can climb.
That's so hilarious, though.
What was that, Haley?
Stop it,
Nothing.
Haley.
Okay.
It's not
Anyway.
to climb walls.
Well, there you go. Andrew Marks is the winner of the day.
So what?
What do I win?
You win a handshake, but I'll give a
You know, like-
reasonable grasp. He's pulling me in. Oh, we'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. Let's go to a quick music break. Teen Days, their song entitled Lost. Don't go anywhere. Friday GMTT. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Facebook
Hi,
version
Internet.
of Good Morning Texas Tech. Don't know why I said it like that. Let's go ahead and check out the
Are
comments.
you trying
shall we?
to imitate Cowboy J?
I'm trying to imitate Cowboy J, host
Matador
of
Highway.
the Matador Highway. You could catch my
2 to
show
3.
on Wednesdays from 2 to 3 on KTXT. Yep.
TXKT.
That's pretty accurate.
Yep.
Joel's over there just giving me dirty looks. I'm going to quit that rant. Let's go and check out some of the Facebook comments, shall we? Abel Medina says, you miss Kim Jong-Rick for Ric Flair. My man. Abel Medina. Woo! All right. What else we got?
The 16-time.
Use
World
really
Heavyweight
tall ladders, says David Wolverton. I guess so. I mean, assuming you're talking about the wall climbing competition. I mean, that's got to be a sizable ladder, though. So I don't know if they regularly manufacture those, but if so.
Anthony says to play some Mac DeMarco.
I'm sorry, Anthony. We got a preset playlist going on, but
Andy loves Mac DeMarco.
yeah,
That's his man.
New singles
Yeah.
are out. Go listen to it. They're fantastic.
And for those of you that, who are new to the show and wondering why we're not playing music, unfortunately, due to copyright issues, we cannot play music. However,
On Facebook Live.
on Facebook Live, that is. But if you do want to check out some of the lists that we do play throughout the hour, you can go on KTXT-FM.org and check out the songs that have been playing throughout the day, find the right hour, and maybe add it to your own personal playlist, personal selection of Andy Koke himself.
I think they go to music and then archive, and then whatever song that you listen to or go back to what got played in the past day or so, it's all there.
It's all handy-dandy, just for you guys to check it out and feast your ears on...
your ears.
If that's even a thing. I'm making it a thing.
That's
I don't
a
care if
thing.
that doesn't make any sense.
Feast your ears.
Feast your ears on the musical selections of Andy Koke. And, of course, anything that plays throughout the day goes on a 24-hour loop, so you can check out everything that's been playing on the Raider. All that cool stuff.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Just for you guys. Because I know it might be a little awkward just listening to these guys rant. Not me, of course. These guys.
These guys.
These other guys.
These guys.
I'm just trying to keep the boat afloat here, man. You know
The
me.
boat afloat.
Just kidding. That's Jamie's job at the moment. Shout out to you, Jamie. Jamie, going to join us in the next segment? Okay.
Oh, come on.
She whispered no in my ear, but yeah, she doesn't want to do that. That's fine. I'll break her in. I'll break in eventually. Anyway, we got 30 seconds, y'all. We're going to go over some stuff that's trending online here momentarily to end off the hour, so stick with us. Thank you so much for watching Friday GMTT, baby. Welcome back and good morning, Texas Tech, once again. In case you're just now joining us, unfortunately you missed some very interesting stories, or lack thereof, but that's okay because we still got a few more minutes with you guys, so sit back, relax, and listen to the sounds of what is trending online. This was Koke's suggestion. So, Mr. Koke, what is trending?
Just in case everything goes bad.
Just in case everything goes wrong, I'm going to blame Koke, and then he can take the blame for it. Just kidding. That will be me. But what do you have for us?
So I'm just reading off headlines, and I'm not actually going into detail. I just want everyone's, general opinion on things.
Sure.
So Paul Walker's death lawsuit, apparently Porsche, which Paul Walker actually died in that car, Porsche Carrera GT, Porsche actually hid the damage evidence from the court. So
interesting.
That's kind of
do you know what
sketchy.
evidence specifically that they were hiding?
I think it's just more of how the car crashed and the damages. Let's see, damage evidence, of the fatal car crash of Paul Walker.
What do you think are going to be the results of this lawsuit?
I don't know, man. If they're this happened a while ago. So this happened in November 2013. The whole entire car was totaled, apparently, but there's new evidence.
Well, if what you say is true, that apparently that if this evidence could be damning to Porsche, and who knows, maybe it'll result in a huge lawsuit. I mean, obviously the Walker family has a lot of money based on just the Fast films, but who knows? I mean, this kind of puts a new, roadblock, I guess, in this case. But it's very interesting stuff. I don't know, fellas, what do you guys think about it?
Do you guys have an opinion?
I think that is super sketchy, like you were just saying right now before.
Sketchy.
Like, that is kind of sketchy that, such a big brand, especially a huge luxury car brand, would hide stuff like that, especially in such a big celebrity case involving a death. So I don't know.
Because we've seen this with other, obviously, non-major luxury car brands. It's not the first time we're hearing about this, but for a brand like Porsche to be coming out with details like this, I don't know. It could be very interesting.
Could be very detrimental to that company, too.
Marks, Haylee?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Moving on.
I'm really interested in this next story.
I love this. This story's the best.
The founder of Little Caesars.
Yes, was the owner of the Detroit Red Wings.
Oh yeah. Sports tie-in.
Mr. I, Mike Ilitch.
Apparently paid for Rosa Parks' rent for years, starting in '94.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Apparently, Rosa Parks was robbed and assaulted in her home at 81, and then Mike Littich, I think that's his name. The CEO or the founder of Little Caesars read about it and just quietly gave her money to pay for her rent. So I mean, that's really cool.
I saw
what a bro.
I saw a tweet on Twitter, and it was like, you paying for Rosa Parks' rent, and you're hooking up the hood with cheap pizza, like you deserve a medal.
For real.
Honestly, though, $5 a pop, dude. Good stuff. Well, that's very interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Yeah, it just came out. I said probably this past
Since
weekend.
when? 1984.
1994.
1994.
1984.
I was like, wow, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
Even 94 is a long time. That's
22 years. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. So, Shout out to you.
Shout out to
Not a
Little
sponsor.
Caesars and the Detroit Red Wings. How are they doing right now?
They're actually one of the worst teams in hockey this year.
Cool,
But
cool.
It'll be
Good
this
stuff.
year will be the first time they've missed the playoffs in the last 25 years.
Oh, it's a big hockey news
I
there.
was actually reading about this morning
Yay,
on the
hockey.
next topic.
What do you got up next?
Harvard scientists are trying to resurrect the woolly mammoth. So basically,
I don't know how to feel about that.
Okay, yeah, I was kind of like off. Like I was like, why resurrect the woolly mammoth? But like, it's kind of just.
I just feel like
if
we
you
have.
can do it, but what they're trying to do is like mixing the genes with a regular elephant. A regular elephant.
We're gonna get
amazing
giant mutated
animal.
elephants. And
Was
that's
that like
how
a-
a?
it's
Was
gonna
like,
end.
did you hear her
With
like
a woolly
half
mammoth.
yawn? Had that half yawn when she jumped in. She was like, "We're gonna get these."
We're born to her with the
I don't know.
story.
Haley, what's your take on this?
We
Do you like
literally
it?
have
Do you
a
not?
whole movie series about why you should not try to bring back extinct species.
Well, it's a hybrid, so
Which
like
movie
it's still
series
gonna
we talking here?
be mostly elephant, but there's gonna be traits.
It's going to be
of
fuel
mammoth.
efficient.
It's gonna be
Fuel
Jurassic
efficient.
Park with
He
elephants.
said it's going to be fuel
Because he said it's gonna be a hybrid. And he's like, "Is it gonna be fuel efficient?"
This is a fuel efficient elephant.
It's going to run on pure electricity, folks. It's going to be groundbreaking scientific stuff. Okay, so
This is
I mean, I have mixed feelings. I don't know if I agree with it. I don't know what the point is. I don't
Yeah, I
know
don't know
what
what the point
purpose
is
it
either.
serves as far as, our existence goes. But I guess it's cool if they make it work.
Anything resurrected sounds just sketchy. Like just leave it.
It's like
what's dead is dead.
zombie.
Yeah, what's dead is dead. It's gone.
There's going to be a sci-fi series made it off of
What's
us.
dead is dead. That should be your next rap song.
Quote of the day, Brandon Medina. What's dead is dead. Thank you for that uplifting message, Mr. Medina.
I hate y'all so much.
Any more trending stories, Koke?
I would say there's not that much. There's just a lot of political talk with
Won't get into that.
Trump's press conference the other day. It was
Interesting
quite
stuff.
fiery.
Well, I'd
was
hate
fire.
to end the show on a political note. So
Well, here's
we
a
won't-
fun fact for you. You
Okay,
can
fun
fit,
fact.
You can fit an entire bottle of wine into a Starbucks Trenta cup. Just saying.
That's dangerous.
Is that like the big one?
yeah.
That's the big.
Okay, I
That's
don't
like a
speak
32
Starbucks,
ounce.
so I don't know how that
one.
works.
You
so
can fit an entire
we go
bottle
tall.
of wine.
I thought Venti was the biggest one.
I thought
Trenta
Venti-
is the biggest.
Trenta's the
Trenta.
biggest one.
I didn't know that was a thing.
What is that?
It's 30.
It's like what they
32
use the
ounce.
cold drinks for. The big-
32 ounce?
I think it's a
Very
32
large.
ounce.
Okay,
Well,
so what?
Trenta
We go
is
tall,
30s.
It's the big gulp of
Grande,
Starbucks.
Venti,
Trente's
and
30.
Trente.
So yeah, 32 ounces. I'm
Okay,
guessing.
what language is that?
It's
It doesn't
31
matter.
ounce
It's
technically.
Starbucks language.
It doesn't matter.
It's not real language because you've got the sizes of like I don't remember. I was watching this movie and this guy went off. He was like, literally every one of your sizes actually means small except small. Like your venti, is that the small one? Is venti?
Venti's the big one.
Tall is
Tall
okay.
is the
Tall
small.
is the small, and tall
Shouldn't you know
actually
this?
means large, and every other one means small in a different language. Like what?
I don't understand. I'm not Starbucks. I'm not going to pretend to understand.
Just go
but-
downstairs, see April, get some
Yeah.
good coffee.
Right?
It's like $2.
Shout out to you, April.
Shout out to April.
You are the bomb.com. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Don't forget to check out all of our social media stuff. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat to keep up with all your favorite shows, including GMTT. Find out the latest, what we're up to, and of course all your other favorite shows as well. Check us out at the Raider 881. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, don't forget to show the women some love on Wednesdays, Woman Crush
Yes.
Wednesday edition GMTT. As for us, we're out of here. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next time on Good Morning Texas Tech. Thank you all so much. We're going to go ahead and head out of here, folks. Thank you all so much. So much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Love it, everybody.
Love you very much.
Take it easy. Shooter McGavin blew a 4-stroke lead.
Never forget. Never forget.
21 years ago today.
Gold jacket, green jacket.
All right, Texas
We'll
Tech,
see you
y'all have
guys
a wonderful
next time,
rest of
Texas
your
Tech.
week. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Tune in next Wednesday for Women Crush Wednesday, and we will catch you on the flip side.
It's Undercurrents. I'm Greg. How you doing? Glad to be with you.